What's up, fuckers? Welcome back to Jobber Bros. Oh, I'm sorry. Should we restart?
No.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jobber Bros. After our little hiatus, everybody needs a break, but guess what? We are back. We are ready to go. I'm Donnie Smokes. Just in case you forgot, I am here with my man, Johnny Rude, and we bring you Backlash WWE 2023 predictions video. How we doing today, Mr. Rude?
We're doing great now that we're off work, away from the psychotic children. Ready for the weekend. How you doing today, Mr. Smokes?
I'm doing good. As you know, today was the, last day for me in a building I've been working in for 3 years. And, moving to a new one, doing the same thing, new adventures, but a new building, new people. Thank the Lord. Yeah, man, we're good. We're relaxing, ready for the weekend.
Hell yeah. Ready for Backlash tomorrow. See what unfolds.
There's a lot of things going on for Backlash tomorrow. Some I'm excited for, other things I could really care less about. But
Yeah.
That's really it for me. I mean, I've still been watching WWE, not as much recently because I feel like it's gotten a little boring like it used to. So I'm really still trying to stay in tune with it, but I'm also very bored with it at the same time.
Yeah, when I pulled up this to make our pick sheet for our, pay-per-view picks, a lot of the matches kind of like took me aback, especially also the first one we're going to go over, just because of the fact that I haven't really been watching, haven't really been engaged with the product, and yeah, so we're still going to make our picks. We're still going to, give you our thoughts on who's going to win and what's going to unfold. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And let's get right into it. So first I wanted to start with one that I really don't fucking understand whatsoever. And that is, I mean, you might. You probably maybe have watched more than me, but we're looking at Seth Rollins versus Omos. It's just like, I have no fucking idea how we got here. Last time I really saw Omos, he was doing other shit. Last time I saw Rollins, he was doing other shit. So I don't really understand where this came from, but I'm sure there's reasoning to it, somewhat at least. But I have to go with Seth Rollins. I think they're gonna build him up to be a contender for that new belt that they addressed, the new heavyweight title, which I thought the heavyweight title was the black one that Roman has, but I guess like you corrected me the other night, you're like, no, those two belts Roman has are collectively the undisputed WWE heavyweight universal champion of the world. Blah, 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 blah. So that's that. But I think they're trying to give Seth... Well, I don't think they're going to give Seth Rollins that belt, but I think they're going to be building him up to go towards that belt. So I'm going to say Seth Rollins.
Yeah. So this one, the past 2 weeks, I mean, I've been kind of busy with my friend's wedding on the horizon in 2 weeks, and so I haven't caught much of this. So I too have no idea how we got here with Rollins and Omos. So it's interesting. It's definitely a good filler match at this point. Like, you got the Drip God and the Nigerian Giant, two complete opposite ends of the wrestling spectrum.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I gotta agree with you. I don't see Seth Rollins losing this match. I don't see them putting Omos over Seth Rollins, but we also, which we've learned in the past, and I think I'm correct to say this, and we have no idea what's going on through Vince McMahon's head. So yeah, if he's still even part of it. which
Triple H just had any of their fucking hands. Like, who the fuck knows at this point?
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many things up in the air with WWE that we just, whatever. Whoever's doing it just probably just kind of went, yeah, that looks like a good idea. So cool. Definitely Rollins, one of the matches I'm really not gonna care about. I guess, but it'll be there. We'll watch it.
Yeah, here for it. Anyways, going into the next one, we have a United States Championship match against, obviously, Austin Theory is still the champion.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's triple threat, actually. It's Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed. What are your thoughts?
So I think it would be cool to give Bobby Lashley the belt on this one because there has been things stirring with him and Bronson Reed. So I would like to see a feud with that for the belt, right? Like maybe like I know WWE probably won't do it, but something along the lines near like a best out of 3 without calling it a best out of 3, right? I'd like to see them go at it a couple times for the belt. And then I'd also like to see it come full circle. I know I'm talking way ahead at this point, but I'd like to see it come full circle and go maybe back to Austin Theory. But yeah, I think I'm going to pick Bobby Lashley on this one for sure. I feel like it's his time to hold that belt again. I feel like that belt needs to be re-elevated after Theory having it for so long. I feel like it's, he's had some cool matches with it, but I still feel like it fell by the wayside a little bit.
Right.
It's starting to be a little forgotten, and I feel like Bobby Lashley would kind of bring it back a little bit for sure.
Yeah, I definitely don't think Austin's keeping it. I'm torn between Bobby and Bronson. Just the fact that Bobby held the belt probably circa fucking 12 times in 2023. I feel like he's had it and lost it and had it and lost it. But I mean, he does, when he has it, he does elevate it to quite an extent. He's a very, very good champion, especially United States champion. I feel like he's shown how good he is. Bronson, since he's come in, he hasn't held a belt yet, has he?
I don't think he's held a belt. I don't think he held a belt when he was in NXT either. Not as far as to my knowledge. So I do think it is getting close to time for him to hold the belt, but I'd like to see it either come out with a feud in Bobby Lashley, a couple title matches for the belt, or Austin, like I said, it comes full circle. Austin Theory gets it back after it's been elevated. Maybe they give him one more push, and if they don't get the reaction they're looking for with him, I could see then, in a couple months or 4 pay-per-views down the line here, Bronson Reed taking it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I want to go same with you, Bobby Lashley, but tentatively, I'm going to play devil's advocate and just say Bronson steals it, and that develops into a nasty heel run where Bobby or Austin or both or some other people coming into the fold are trying to get it from Bronson. But that's what I'm going to tentatively say. We haven't set our picks in stone yet, folks. We'll probably do that tomorrow afternoon before the pay-per-view. But that's what I'm going to ride with for now.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad way to go either. Like, I completely get the idea you're going for on that one. I agree with it.
My freaking cat.
That's a good... Luna. Yeah, that's definitely a really good take on it. I
think it's just playing devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
Next one we have both women's championships being defended on the night. But let's start with the Raw Women's Championship. So we have Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. I'm gonna Just leave me alone, cat. I'm trying to do a video right now. I think this is a no-brainer. I'm gonna go EOS. What the fuck am I saying? Reverse. Put it in reverse, Terry. I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't think they're giving it to Io Sky. I don't think.
No.
She held the NXT Women's Championship a long while ago. She was a great champion down there, but the dynamic has extremely changed. She's in a faction with Bayley, who obviously is the top name in the group, and then we have Dakota Kai and Io Sky, who are the tag team, who also can run singles matches, but usually not at a caliber of a championship match. And I do not see them giving it to Io Sky. Bianca's got to lose to someone big, and Io Sky, as much as a great wrestler she is, she ain't that caliber to take it off Bianca.
I'm not the biggest fan of Io Sky or Dakota Kai. So my natural reaction is to say Bianca Belair will win. And I'm definitely going to stick with that because I don't think, even if it was anybody in Damage Control, I know Bayley's a big name, but I don't feel like now is the time to give it to somebody who can't elevate the title. Because I also feel like in recent weeks, and maybe it's because Bianca's had the title for so long, like she's a great champion, I feel like the Raw Women's Championship has fallen flat a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I do agree with you saying, like, yes, a title change needs to happen soon. It won't be this weekend. It won't be to Io Sky. It'll be to somebody bigger, or it'll be to maybe somebody who comes back to WWE that we haven't seen in a while. So So Bianca Belair is retaining it. Not time to give it up off of her yet. Not until that mood is right.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go into a trios match that we have.
I like trios.
No titles. We have Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Usos and Solo Sikoa. What are your thoughts on that one?
So, I mean, I want them to, like, I want them to start killing this feud a little bit. I feel like it's gotten a little boring for me now that the title changes have happened, right?
Right.
So, I think what would, in my opinion, what would brighten this feud up a little bit is the Usos and Solo Sikoa getting the win. Solo Sikoa pins Riddle, and at the next pay-per-view, you have a tag title match between the Usos and Sami and KO, and then you have some kind of no DQ match or something of that nature with Sikoa and Riddle. I think they already had one, but I could see another one really, really kind of end and kill the feud. I feel like Roman needs to get involved at some point, but it's just, I don't know if he's going to get back to his thing with Cody. I just feel like it's kind of all over the place right now, but I feel like the Usos and Sikoa winning would bring a little bit more substance back to this feud, which I feel like it needs. So that's what I would like to see happen for the sake of a long-term storyline.
Yeah, because the Usos have been on like a losing streak, I feel like, from what I've watched. I haven't really seen. I mean, SmackDown is airing as we record this, so we'll try and catch the tail end and see if anything new develops. But we are recording this at 8:30 Eastern on Friday night, so we don't know what the hell is going on SmackDown right now. But from what we've seen, the Usos have been shit in the bed. They've been down bad ever since they lost the titles against Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn at Mania. So a lot of room for them to kind of move back up, kind of get their footing a little bit more. So I agree with you, and I think your pinning makes sense too. Your who you think's going to pin. Solo pins Riddle. I think that makes sense because that that clears Sammy and Kevin. Doesn't get them involved in any nonsense in regards to, an upcoming title match for the tag team titles. So I'm going to agree with you on that. I'm still going to think it over a little bit until we make our cemented picks, but that is definitely a strong pick there and mindset, I feel like, going into it.
Yeah, and because the solo pitting Riddle, at least, it's a win for the team. And that way the Usos still have the leverage to say, well, our team beat you. Doesn't matter who pinned who. Our team beat your team. Now we want a rematch, right? We want a title match at the next pay-per-view. And I really hope, say whatever happens, if there's a title change or not, I hope there's not a title change, because then we're going to be in the same fucking revolving door, right? Of now Sammy and KO either going at each other's throats, or they're going to go back after the Usos. Let Sammy and KO win. Let them have a nice title reign. Let them face other people. Shit, let fucking Randy Orton come back and do a thing with RK Bro again. Against, I'd rather have that at this point. But, there's been a really nice storyline going. It's fallen a little flat, and I hope we pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. What was I about to say? No, the RK Bro thing is spot on. I think hopefully he's back soon, because that's much needed in this landscape. But yeah, I'm sick of this revolving door as well. I mean, it's kind of ever since Roman, ever since Sammy betrayed Roman, and then within a couple weeks after that, like the fallout of that, this has gone extremely stale. I'd like to see some more contenders kind of be built up. Not this challenge for the belt, because I know Sammy and Kevin Owens have had contenders against the belt on, I think, Raw or something, or SmackDown. I don't know. I just remember seeing, title matches, and they've won, but it's not meaningful. It's not really grasping. It's not really pulling the audience like that whole Bloodline story did. So it's kind of like they gave us the fucking top of the cake, and now they're trying to give us the shit end of it.
Right.
But
right, yeah, it's a story. And I feel like that's been a reoccurring theme I've been discussing so far in this video. A lot of things are falling stale. People are just kind of being shoved into opportunities with no build up, no thought, and it's just kind of like, okay, it's like knowing the end of the story before you even start it.
Right.
Like, hey, this is what's going to happen, and then now we're going to take you through the whole thing. Well, I already fucking know what's going to happen, so now I'm bored. But I really hope certain things start to get turned around, because there's so many possibilities for things to happen. Because we've seen, right now, I mean, we got KO and Sammy with Matt Riddle, so there's the RK Bro possibility to come back, challenge. That would be cool. We could see, we could freaking end up seeing Cody Rhodes teaming up with somebody and going against, or Brock Lesnar teaming up with somebody and going against them, and having a more meaningful match than, as we just discussed, this revolving door.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in any case, we're moving on to the next match, which is going to be the other Women's Championship match, the SmackDown Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega. Rhea Ripley. All right, that's all I gotta say. Your turn.
Rhea Ripley. I love Zelina Vega, but now is not the time to be putting her. Like, I get why they're doing it with this whole new LWO thing and Rey Mysterio and all that. It's like, it was just a random ask and a random given, and just Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. No, there's no chance. No chance.
No. Zero
miedo. Anyways, number 2. That was the fastest one we've done. Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest in a San Juan street fight. I'm looking forward to this one. This might be one of my top three of the night, because I just like Bad Bunny can work, and I don't listen to his music. Obviously, I don't know what the hell he really does in the music. I know a lot of people really do enjoy him, but as far as wrestling, I do dig it. I do dig it. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, so I dig Bad Bunny too. You know, we haven't seen him in a while. It was 2 years ago he showed up when he had that song that mentioned Booker T like one time, and Booker T stood there at the top of the ramp. But it's like, yeah, we've seen after that, we've seen some matches where we're like, oh shit, he can actually work. And I'm really enjoying. I mean, I think Bad Bunny is definitely going to win this. He's the host of Backlash. It's in fucking Puerto Rico. I don't think they're going to have Bad Bunny take the L. I think we may see Bad Bunny reintroduced into WWE a little more after this now, right? Maybe for a couple months with the LWO backing Rey Mysterio. I think and then I think that might lead to a Bad Bunny and Rey versus Damian and Dominic tag team matchup, because now we've seen all sides of this coming together. This is clashing, all this stuff going on. So that's my reasoning for giving Bad Bunny the win, because I think that would be a phenomenal match. Bad Bunny and Rey versus Dominic and Damian. That would be fucking dope.
Yeah. I definitely like that idea too, and I hope it happens down the pipeline. Well, what's a pay-per-view or premium live event without a serious crowd upset? And I feel like, and Damian Priest, he's from Puerto Rico too. He is a Puerto Rican, and this is going to be a clash. And I think that Damian's going to get the W over him. I think, and that's going to lead into something like you said, something further down the line, whether it's a tag team match or it's another rematch between the two. I think it's going to develop further, but I feel like the bad guy's going to win here. And despite Bad Bunny being the host, Damian's going to get the dub.
I mean, listening to your reasoning, it makes sense. I think really what I'm hoping for is, no matter what way this goes, I guess I'm hoping for the same outcome. Either one wins, and then we get that cool tag team match that we'll probably never see again, right? Something different than what's been happening. And obviously they've already started to take this storyline in a different direction with giving Rey more people now, right, in the LWO. And I think, so either way, yeah, sure, I could definitely see Damian win. I just hope it's Bad Bunny. I think it'll be a bigger pop for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely, it would be huge. But moving into our most likely obvious main event, we have the Rhodes man, Cody Rhodes versus the Beast, Brock Lesnar. So with this one, I'm extremely torn. I want to say Cody because of the new belt they introduced. Was Cody drafted to Raw? Do you remember seeing that or not?
I don't remember.
So I don't know. I know Brock is a free agent, so he can go where the fuck he wants. He didn't sign to either brand. He can bounce between two brands as he pleases. I don't remember where Cody is. But I think with this one, I sorry to say, I think Brock gets. I think the heel wins again, just like the last one we discussed. I think Brock gets the W, and Cody keeps falling. He's fallen down, and Reigns is going to keep his title, and we're going to do a slow burn, and Cody's going to slowly build his way back up to the top and get the big one. But I think this is a part of that story. I think Brock is gonna win, and Brock's gonna who the fuck knows, maybe go after that Raw belt. I don't know, But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Doug, you might completely disagree with me for saying this, but I could really give two shits about this particular feud in general. Like, I really think it just kind of came out of nowhere, and now we're like building it into something. And it's like it's going to be a dope match. I believe that, but it's like, I don't know. I could really care less about the feud itself. I think no matter what way we go, whether Brock wins or Cody wins, even if Cody wins, I think they're going to set him up to fall again.
Yeah,
he's going to win. And he's going to fall again. It's going to be a slow burn. I think Cody should just lose right off the bat and work his way back up and through. So I agree with the fact that Brock is going to win. And then I hope we don't revisit this.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. This is definitely a spectacle match because they built Cody up as this fucking blondie John Cena, like Kendall John Cena, versus the Beast, who's well renowned, well known, and established. Yeah. Cody is to an extent too, but I mean, he really got his footing on the Indies and AEW. And now AEW or WWE is like, oh, shiny toy. Let's take that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, very interesting card. I was kind of surprised when I was putting together the pick sheet because I was like I said, you and I have both really not been keeping too much in touch with the product.
Yeah.
But when I saw some of these matches on here, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was like, kind of taken aback. Like, this doesn't really seem like, to me, like a full caliber premium live event, with the exception of Cody and Brock, big match. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, big match. Rhea Zelina, no. The triple threat, not really. You could do that on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
Bianca and Io, not really. You could do that on Raw. Triple threat for U.S. Championship, kind of big match. Seth and Omos, not really. So all in all, it's just kind of like a shitty card, in my opinion. Like, it was very underwhelming for me. When I started looking at this, I was like, well, you gotta do a fucking video on this shit? Like, fucking...
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a pretty stale pay-per-view. Like, we're gonna have the good highlight points, but I feel like we're just going to kind of end up coasting through it. You know, just kind of like, oh, okay, it's this match. I'm going to watch it. All right, that was a cool match. And then, like you said, you know, the Bad Bunny Damian, we're going to be pretty in tune. I mean, obviously, Brock and Cody, we're going to be pretty in tune with, just because it's leading up to where is Cody going to go next. So obviously, because I am interested in both Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. I don't want to see Cody Rhodes keep taking L's and then getting booed out of another fucking company. I do want to see him grow and do something and win a title. Like, that would be great. Like, a realistic, quick, off-the-top endgame, I would love to see a revisit of Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, but to be crowned the first ever, new title belt, the World Heavyweight Champion, this new belt they're bringing. I think that would be a cool, full circle moment for Cody Rhodes, because it's about his story, his build back to the top. I feel like they're losing sight of that. And I think we need to get back. I feel like there's a sight has been lost on a lot of things, like Bianca Belair, for instance. She has had the title for a long time, okay? But I feel like they haven't really, besides her most recent major championship defense, which was against Asuka, like, there hasn't... The stare down and the meow fucking got me. I feel like there hasn't been anything to really show, her EST side of her. You know, so that's why I feel like overall this pay-per-view is just gonna be kind of stale.
Well, that's another. Okay, well, we're wrapping this up, but one thing you said prior to the Bianca thing kind of clicked something in my head I wanted to talk about. So with the Cody and Brock and whatever, so yeah, even if Cody wins whatever and goes against Seth Rollins for that new belt that they just introduced, the heavyweight Raw title thing, I really fucking hope they give it to Seth Rollins to be the inaugural champion. Fact being, fucking Cody Rhodes beat Seth Rollins 3 times in a row when he first debuted against Seth Rollins. Or first debuted into WWE. He beat Seth Rollins 3 fucking times. Even when he had a torn pec as the 3rd time. Like, he beat him. Like, what's to say, like, if it's those two for that title, they're gonna fucking let Seth take the pin for the 4th time in a row? Like, I don't like that, because Seth has been a workhorse. Like, he's been in NXT. He was in NXT for years. He's been on the main roster for years, and I feel like they shouldn't do him dirty like that. I don't care how fucking big they're building Cody Rhodes up. He'll never be big enough for me to take that moment away from Seth Rollins.
I agree, and I feel like that should be. I also feel like too. I mean, like you said, we're trying to wrap this up, but if I want to take this one step further and actually say who I think should win that title, I agree with it being Seth Rollins. So now we have, hopefully we get Cody Rhodes full circle after a couple months back in. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins to win the title. Seth Rollins to win the title versus Cody Rhodes and it's gotta be at a pay-per-view. And also, I know we probably can't stretch it to next year. The title's gonna be decided before that. But side note, we need Seth Rollins in the main event of WrestleMania next year, please. It's his time. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with Seth Rollins being the one to win that title if it comes down to him and Cody Rhodes. 10,000% absolutely. He should not take the pin for a 4th time, but it'll keep adding to the intensity and dialogue of Cody Rhodes' story, which I feel, I've said it again, and I'll keep saying it, I feel is sorely lacking.
Yeah, no, everything, like you said, time and time again, it's been very stale, and that's why I usually don't even tune in. Like, if I do tune in, it's in the background while I'm playing video games, and if I hear something that sounds cool, I'm like, oh, okay, what's happening?
It was really good for a couple months. Like, it really was. It was so good. And then, like, I tried to not let it play mind games with me, because I know it's like, oh, we heard Vince McMahon sold the company, now he's back. And then, Dave Meltzer was saying, well, for all the people who were saying he's not back, he's definitely back. He's back there. And if you didn't like it when he was there, you're not going to like it again. I'm trying not to let that play mind games, but when I watch it, I can feel the difference. Like, things are not coming across the screen like they were a couple months ago before Vince sold the company to whoever owns UFC, right? Evolve or whatever the fucking company is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels there's no hills and valleys. There's nothing it's just. So hopefully they bring it back. Hopefully somebody talks some sense into somebody up there and fucking gets me in it again, man.
Yeah, but that's the card. Make sure you leave your thoughts on our picks and what your picks are in the comment section below. You can reach out on Twitter at Jobber Bros if you want to have a discussion there. We're pretty active up there. The TikTok, the Instagram, everything at Jobber Bros. Appreciate you watching. Any final words?
No, we just appreciate everybody, bearing with us. We've had a busy month, so to speak, and we're back at it again. And we'll catch up on some Jobber of the Weeks or just kind of start afresh, whatever we decide to do. But yeah, stay tuned for videos every week again, and hit like the video, subscribe. I think we're over 500 subscribers now, right? finally.
Yeah, like 5:05.
Yeah, so, 5 over, but we're still over. Let's go. We finally hit it. We're at our, halfway point for our goal where we wanted to be at within a year. And it's all thanks to all of you, so we greatly appreciate it. And, tune in, turn the bell notifications on. Check us all out at Java Bros.
Yep. Peace out, everybody.